Hi, in this video I am I guess just sharing and expressing some feelings that I've been having today. Excuse my face and this pimple, just whatever. It's interesting how, you can go through the week and one day you might feel completely okay and on top of things and really motivated and proactive. And then the next day you can just feel the complete opposite and just stuck and overwhelmed and lost. Today I have been lying in bed for half the day in the middle of the day, which I just never do. And it's just a strange experience when you can go from one extreme to the next. And I guess I just wanted to shed light on the fact that, growth or progress or just being a human being, it's not this linear process, and you don't always just have good days, you have bad days, and everybody has bad days. And today is Father's Day in Australia, and I, as I've mentioned on this channel, don't have my dad anymore. He passed away in 2019, and I'll go into that whole experience, I think, in a separate video because it's a very long story. But, me and my dad didn't have the closest relationship for various reasons, but I still love him, of course, and he still means so much to me, and I still feel the loss of him in my life. And grief is a very strange experience where, I don't know, it's like I can go through so many weeks and months really feeling like really fine, and you never move on, but you adjust, you have a new normal, and you get on with your life, in a lot of ways. And then, it can just be so random. I'll just be driving and there'll just be a certain song or something, and it just reminds you of that person, and you just remember like, oh, they're not here anymore. There are a lot of things that I learned about my dad that really explain the way that he was and was throughout my childhood, and a lot of pain that he suffered from his own traumas. And I just wish that, I could talk to him and learn more about him and his story and connect with him more. And there are so many things that you just can't do when someone's gone. And it's interesting because I feel like I've handled, his passing and things so well a lot of the time. But then, I get these flashbacks to him being unwell or being in hospital and what that was really like to go through. He was in hospital for 6 months, pretty much delusional, and didn't know who I was some days. Most days, really. And, you just go into survival mode and you just get through it. But it's really obvious to me now, through all the self-work and things that I've done, that, a lot of that impact comes later. Once you're out of survival mode and just getting through the day, it all hits you later. And I can really see the last few years how much it's impacted my life and my idea of just everything. I mean, I don't feel like I am anywhere near as carefree or joyful or yeah, I just have carried a lot of weight and heaviness and like anxiety and just this feeling of like impending doom, you know. And so many of my days I really am okay, and I am quite motivated and proactive, and there's a lot to be grateful for and a lot that I love in my life and a lot that makes me feel happy. And honestly, you know, I'm very functional and I work and I have a lot of great experiences and moments. But there's definitely this feeling of something deep down there that impacts my life. And that's all to be worked through, I guess. I don't even really know what I was going to say when I sat down to do this video, because I kept feeling like I wanted to make a video and to be consistent and post on this channel, because I'm trying to challenge myself and be a bit more creative and talk about the things that interest me, which are all kind of psychology related and, you know, just being a human experience related, going through shit. And being honest and transparent about it and sharing and being vulnerable. That's kind of my goal. My cat is meowing. Anyway, I didn't even know what I wanted to say making this video. It's probably all over the place. I don't even know. But I guess I just wanted to share that, you know, we all go through these days that are messy and broken and confusing to, you know, and that's just the reality of life. Life is not perfect. There will always be shit, and it's just about taking it day by day and putting one foot in front of the other and doing our best to keep going and find the things that we are, you know, grateful for, that we already have, that brings us joy. And I guess to all the other people out there that have lost someone, I feel for you. You know, I was 22 when my dad died, and I'm 27 now. And even now, I just get these random moments where it just hits you and you're like, oh, you know, and it's never really expected. It's often when I least expect it. And I think sometimes when I'm struggling a lot and I look around me and it seems like people are struggling less than me, I think like, why? Like, you know, and when I actually think about what I have gone through and what I've witnessed, you know, in the last several years, and even, you know, aspects of my childhood who, you know, determine a lot about the way that we are as adults, I'm kind of reminded like, oh, of course you feel this way, you know, of course you're struggling. And it's nice to like, I mean, it's not nice, but it is nice to realize like, okay, it actually makes a lot of sense. You know, shit has been really hard. You know, I've witnessed my dad go through something horrific for, you know, a long time. I, you know, had to go through with my family the aftermath of all of that, you know, moving on and not moving on, but adjusting. You just adjust. And I remind myself like, Alice, you're okay. Like, it makes sense to be struggling. It makes sense to have these moments. You know, you've been through a lot. And I hope that by sharing this, part of me is like, will I even share this? But I hope that, you know, you realize that there are other people out there struggling and you're not alone. And it's okay to have down days and hard days, and you'll have good days too, and it's just a blend. You know, I have a lot to be excited for. I am planning an overseas trip next year, so I'm hoping that brings my life some joy and adventure and carefree feelings. That's kind of why I'm doing it, to just live and be in the world and have experiences. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely day or night wherever you are. And yeah, being human is always interesting, to say the least. But yeah, thank you for watching.